Hi, my name's Ray Ortega, and I'm the master at Ray Ortega Academy of Martial Arts. And I just had some of the students from the town of Yucca Valley. What is the name of it? The Town of Yucca Valley Youth Commission. They came in and tried out one of my classes. And so everybody's kind of laying on the floor, catching their breath, wiping the sweat off their brow. And I have a young man over here. You know what? Usually in martial arts, we teach people how to use an opponent's energy against themselves. And usually I get interviewed, but I'm kind of turning it around. Okay, so I want to introduce a young man right here. His name is Aaron. Aaron, come on over here for a second. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. How
Good.
are you?
So how was the class tonight?
It was very exhausting, but it was fun.
Okay.
Thank
All
you
right.
for that.
So tell me, it's like, what was it, when you came into the class, what were you expecting?
I was expecting some basic teaching of your style and not very hard work, to be honest. And this was kind of a lot more than I expected, but it was great.
All right, good. So a lot more than you expected, not quite what you expected. So you came in with one idea. When you left, it's like, what did you feel? What was the difference? What was the difference when you came out?
I think I learned a lot more about this particular style of Taekwondo and felt exhausted and tired. And I'm wiping the sweat off my brow and laying on the floor and catching my breath.
Okay, it's over there. Good. So you had some questions for me about the martial arts?
I did. So can you tell us a little bit about the history of martial arts in general?
Well, the martial arts history, it goes way back. I mean, people have been in conflict with each other since we could walk on 2 feet, okay? And so people were starting to learn how to defend themselves, first using sticks and stones and fists, and then graduating and turning it into a science. And most of the martial artists, it is said it came from India, and that there was a monk named Bodhidharma who brought it to different parts of Asia and introduced different forms of martial arts. Some that are kind of passive, others that are more stylistic. And Taekwondo now is more of a sport. But when we train, there's a lot more than just doing martial arts. When people come into the studio, they come in for different reasons. Some people think that they're going to they want to learn to defend themselves, or a parent brings in their child because they feel like their child's being bullied. And so there's a lot of different reasons.
Okay, well thank you for that. And can you tell us a little bit about your style of martial arts, your Taekwondo style?
Okay. Well, the Taekwondo, it's basically, the translation is the art of hand and foot fighting. And it's an art that focuses mainly using the legs. Okay, since this is the strongest part of our body. Okay, this is like the weapon of choice. We do use our hands. We do other hand techniques, but most of the techniques that we do are applied with the legs.
Okay, so can you tell me about how the different styles of belts differ throughout the different martial arts?
Well, it depends on what's required to move up in rank. So different schools, even different Taekwondo schools, they will have a different number of belts. And like I said, right here we have 14 belts, and it usually takes a student anywhere from 2 to 3 months to graduate up to the next level. But again, it depends on the person when they're ready. Once I see that they know their skills, they've learned everything that they need to know for their next rank, then I recommend them to move up.
Oh, so how did you personally get into Taekwondo?
Okay, I was a Bruce Lee fan. Okay.
Isn't everybody?
Yeah, I grew up watching the Bruce Lee movies, and before, when I had hair, I even had the Bruce Lee haircut. And so that's what got me started. And then when I was 12 years old, I was able to pay for my own classes. So I was working to pay for my classes, and I found a studio in Whittier, California. And there was a man by the name of Chang Pak Kim who became my master. He was a 9th degree black belt, and he taught Marine Corps martial arts in Korea. And so that's how I got started. Taekwondo was the first art that I started practicing. I've done other arts, over the years, but Taekwondo is the one art that I have the most time invested in.
Can you tell us a little bit about the different styles of martial arts?
Okay, well, basically there's two. There's hard style and soft style. Hard style is an art where if somebody's going to strike at you, you're going to block their strike by actually opposing their force, okay? This is a hard style, okay? There are other arts like Aikido, which is a very passive style. This is an art where you really use an opponent's energy against themselves. They grab a hold of you, and you just gently twist them and subdue them down to the floor, or throw them out. Taekwondo, Hapkido, this has the same type of technique, but like I said, for example, Aikido being a soft art, there's not a lot of striking. There's a lot of submission techniques, joint techniques that cause a lot of pain, but you can help the person up after you've taken them down. Taekwondo is something more for real self-defense. If you're going to hit somebody, if you have to defend yourself, you hit somebody, there's little chance that they're going to get up. So there's hard style and soft style. Some people get into martial arts because they want to learn to defend themselves. Other people want to do martial arts because they've seen it in movies where it's like they want to become more spiritual, more balanced, more focused. So it's like depends on the intention of the student, what they want to get out of it. But basically, hard and soft style. That's why you see the yin and the yang, for example, like on the Korean flag. It's the balance of the light and dark. Yeah.
So, what are the physical and emotional benefits of martial arts, Taekwondo? Physical
and emotional benefits.
And mental.
Okay. Well, like I said, when I have some students that when they first come in, some kids have an anger problem, and they think that they're going to become better fighters, and that they're going to improve their fighting skills, and then they end up realizing that it actually calms them down, helps make them more focused. I've actually had some students come to me, and even in front of the class, they tell me that they were doing bad in school. Now they're more focused, paying a lot more attention, their grades are going up, and it actually helps expand their horizons. So there's a lot of benefits physically. You're going to get in a lot better shape. You see how many push-ups we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay? After a while, you get that. You become more flexible. With the flexibility, it's like you're going to be less susceptible to hurting yourself, right? Okay? And just by doing that thing, by stretching, you're not just stretching your body, you're stretching your mind, and you're seeing that there's other possibilities that you can do. Hey, I can do this. I can do something else. And so that's like a physical and mental benefit to studying martial arts.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time. This has been a very interesting and fun class.
Hi, I'm Hannah, and I'm here at the Ray Ortega Academy of Martial Arts with Nick Lombardo. Tell me, Nick, how'd you get into martial arts?
Well, it was right next to my dad's office, and so that sparked some interest, and then I actually started taking some classes, and now it counts as my PE credit for high school, and so it's just progressed, and I really enjoy it now.
What's your favorite part about it?
My favorite part about Taekwondo would probably be the dedication and focus that we find ourselves achieving, and so to go through each belt, you have to learn different forms, and you have to feel confident about them when you go for testing, and so just that build of confidence.
Have you ever fought anybody?
I haven't sparred yet, but hopefully soon.
And how many boards have you broke?
I've broken 5 boards for testing, and then I'm a blue belt now, which is the 6th belt. So,
how many belts are there?
There are 13, I believe. Let's see, 7, 14. 14. Black would be the 14th belt.
Thank you so much for your time tonight.
Hi, I'm here with Susan Jordan, the town's Tai Chi Chuan instructor at the Yucca Valley Community Center. What is Tai Chi?
Tai Chi is a martial art, but it's an internal martial art. It's yin style. We work more with internal energy rather than attacking. We defend ourselves against attack by drawing in the opponent and diffusing the energy that's coming at us. It's also mainly used in America for health, though, because you can straighten up your body alignment, it increases your circulation, it increases your balance, it's really good for balance. Actually, it'll do anything, it's miraculous.
Can you tell us a little bit about its history?
The history is lost in time. It's a Chinese martial art, and the legend is that a kung fu master was watching two animals fight, and what he noticed was an animal is absolutely relaxed until the moment he strikes. And so the theory of Tai Chi is you stay relaxed until you need to react. You don't waste any energy being tense or being hard. It just slows you down. It's a very fast martial art that we practice in slow motion.
Can you explain some of the different styles of Tai Chi Chuan?
Yang style is what we do, and that's the most common style in the United States. There's a Chen style, which is really interesting because they gather energy and then release it in an explosive manner. And there's a couple Wu styles, there's a Sun style, there's a Li style, but they're all based on the same principles, which have to do with developing your internal energy and your internal calmness and your internal balance, and that's where you work from when you defend yourself.
What are the benefits of Tai Chi?
It's a moving meditation, so it completely calms you down. It helps you focus. For your health, it's tremendously beneficial. People who have chronic illnesses or osteoporosis, any kind of chronic illness, it really relieves that. They're just starting to do studies now to prove it, although anybody who studies Tai Chi knows that it's true. I get a lot of middle-aged people come into the class who have repetitive motion injuries and things, and within a year their problems are all gone.
Well, this sounds like a very useful and interesting martial art. So how would somebody sign up for your class?
You can go to the Town of Yucca Valley's website and sign up for classes there. You can just show up at the class. We meet every Wednesday night at 6 o'clock, and people can come, watch a class, participate, and see if they like it. We also do an interactive Tai Chi Chuan. It's like sparring. They often spar in hard form karates and kung fus, but we spar. It's a real stylized method of sparring, because if we actually went after each other, we would break each other to pieces, because underneath the softness, it's really designed to defend yourself. So the sparring is really interesting. It's slow and interactive and kind of choreographed. That's really fun.
Sounds like a lot of fun. So thank you for joining us and for these answers, and thank you, viewers, for being with us and watching.